Is the end of the world coming soon? We're going to talk about it next on Pastor Bob's Coffee Break. So let's jump right in. Dear Pastor Bob, you did a podcast on how to handle catastrophic situations in the world. But don't you think this is the end of the world? I have a lot of trouble seeing anything good coming from all of this turmoil and satanic takeover. End of the world? I have a lot of difficulty thinking that this is the end of the world. And the world has gone through a lot of difficult things before this. And I have friends that believe that it is. I have friends that don't believe there's any revival ahead, that Christ will come any moment. But I think, folks, honestly, I think difficult times are a matter of perspective. A caterpillar might think that it's the end of the world when, he goes into a cocoon. Think this is it, I'm done for. But what the caterpillar calls the end of the world, God calls a butterfly. I wonder if they have that sense of what they're to become, because they probably do, and so should we. You see, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some actually come to clear your path, which I think is true and never more true than it is today. Well, let's turn to some scripture. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 36. And it says, "But of that exact day and hour no one knows. Not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son in his humanity, but the Father alone." So the exact day, no one knows. People say, well, we don't know the day or the hour, but we can know the season. I think the point is that we don't know. And Jesus is speaking and saying, I don't even know. And in his humanity on earth, he didn't know. I'm sure he does now. I know he does now. But the Father alone, the Godhead alone, the Trinity alone, God knows what the outcome will be. And people ask me this question all the time. Don't you think it's soon? Don't you think Christ is coming back soon? And I have to say that, I'll be, 70 on my birthday next year. I have been a Christian for a very long time, 64 years right now. And all 64 years I've heard this, don't you think Christ is coming soon? And people thought, it's when I was in high school and college, it was any day now. Any day now. The rapture's going to happen. We're ready to go. That was 50 years ago. And there have been these movements where people keep saying any day, any day, any day, but no one knows the hour. No one knows the day. No one knows, except for God, and he's not talking. So he said, occupy until I come. In other words, don't keep doing this. Occupy. Keep your eyes on things. When people say there's nothing left, there's no revival ahead, there's nothing left, our hope is gone. And what about all the people that are here that need Jesus? Do we just, that's too bad, because time is running out and time is out and Christ is just going to come back. Is there a possibility that he's coming back really soon? Of course. Is there a possibility that we have years and years and years to go yet? Of course, because we don't know the time. But folks, whenever we see a storm, we always see the storm and God sees possibilities. And even though we feel like this storm is here to disrupt my life, to throw me off, some storms come to clear your path and make it ready to go. And I am certainly of the second one. I am ready to go. And I realize that God has cleared many paths right now for revival, and I'm looking forward to it. And I think as we begin next week again, and I want to talk about this, to talk about Revolution 2021, it's still on God's heart for people to come to know him. And it should be on ours. And no matter how much time we have left, whether it's tomorrow or whether we have millions of tomorrows still, the point is this: Jesus died on the cross for people around us who need to know, need to be saved, need to come to a saving knowledge of him. And we need to be involved. Are you involved? Are you spending all of your time seeing the calamity and not seeing the opportunity? Are you the caterpillar that calls it the end of the world? Or are you about to become a butterfly, equipped to go out and help to usher in revival? Are you looking at the storms in life as a disruption, or do you see God clearing away? Perspective. Well, folks, don't forget, you are blessed. So go and be a blessing.